On behalf of the Spirituality Network of Columbus, I would like to welcome you into this time of Oasis. During this contemplative half hour, you are invited to experience rest, renewal, and deepening in a time with no expectations. My hope is that you can more fully receive what is most needed within yourself. During this time, we will share in an opening song that will allow you to center yourselves. Following the song, we will have a guided practice so that we can fully touch in to our bodies, hearts, and minds, and open ourselves fully to this experience. I will then share in a reading of a poem by Mark Nepo, and this will be an opportunity for you to let the words speak. You will have reflection questions that will be invitational for you. I encourage you to have a journal with you if that is a practice you enjoy, and to fully engage in this time as will be most beneficial. You might decide to experience this time sitting or lying down or even taking a walk. Other suggestions you might consider are to have a coloring page out with colored pencils or markers. You also might decide to use prayer beads to center and focus yourself. Following the first reading, there will be a few minutes of silence, and then there will be a second and third reading, each of which will have a reflection question and will be followed by some more silence. I invite you to find a posture that is most comfortable for you, that allows you to be aware of your body in the space, and hopefully you're able to minimize distractions. As you continue to find yourself more fully present in this moment, I invite you into a practice of deep breaths. Our breathing is an opportunity for expansion. Our inhalation is an invitation into fullness, and our exhalation, each one, is an invitation into release. Notice as you inhale where your breath goes in your body. Pay attention to the way your rib cage expands. Notice any tension you may have in your abdomen as you breathe and seek to release it. With each exhale, feel your body settling more deeply into the space where you find yourself. Notice the pull of gravity. Notice the parts of your body that do not feel like they can let themselves go. Is there any tension in your body? As you continue in a slow cycle of inhalation and exhalation, let your breath inform each part of your body that needs attention. Your breath is a process of opening. Allow each inhalation to be a little deeper, a little broader, and a little longer than the last. And as you exhale, notice what it feels like to let the breath pass through your nostrils or your lips. At the top of each inhale, notice the feeling of fullness and pause there for a moment. At the bottom of each exhale, notice the feeling of emptiness and pause there for a moment. Allow this cycle of inhalation, pause, exhalation, pause to continue in an ever-moving fashion. As you continue to breathe, touch into your heart space, the center of your emotional self. Notice the emotions that are present within you. Are there any emotions that feel stuck, that feel heavy, that feel like they're taking up too much space? Breathe into and around and through each of those emotions. Let them be free to flow. Let them be free to continue moving. As you continue to notice your breath, turn your attention to your mind. Notice what thoughts are present there. What clutter might be present. What thoughts seem to want to hang on and repeat themselves? Breathe compassion and kindness into your mind space and surround each thought with the fullness of your breath and let them pass. I will now read the Mark Nepo poem, God's Wounds. I invite you to reflect on these words. Let them settle gently upon you. And take note of what it is that stands out, what words seem to shimmer, what phrases draw you in. The first reading. Through the great pain of stretching beyond all that pain has taught me, the soft well at the base has opened, and life, touching me there, has turned me into a flower that prays for rain. Now I understand. To blossom is to pray. To wilt and shed is to pray. To turn to mulch is to pray. To stretch in the dark is to pray. To break the surface after great months of ice is to pray. And to squeeze love up the stalky center toward the sky with only dreams of color is to pray. And finally, to unfold again as if never before is to be the prayer. As we move into the second reading, allow yourself to notice your breath once again and be grounded in yourself. And as we listen this second time, I invite you to reflect upon the statement, "Now I understand." What is prayer to you? How would you complete this phrase? Through the great pain of stretching beyond all that pain has taught me, the soft well at the base has opened, and life, touching me there, has turned me into a flower that prays for rain. Now I understand. To blossom is to pray. To wilt and shed is to pray. To turn to mulch is to pray. To stretch in the dark is to pray. To break the surface after great months of ice is to pray. And to squeeze love up the stocky center toward the sky with only dreams of color is to pray. And finally, to unfold again as if never before is to be the prayer. As we move into our final reading, place your hand on the space over your heart. Touch in to how you're feeling in this moment. And allow your wisdom, the wisdom that is deep within you, to speak into your life, the circumstances you find yourself in. How is it you feel called to respond? Through the great pain of stretching beyond all that pain has taught me, the soft well at the base has opened, and life, touching me there, has turned me into a flower that prays for rain. Now I understand. To blossom is to pray. To wilt and shed is to pray. To turn to mulch is to pray. To stretch in the dark is to pray. To break the surface after great months of ice is to pray. And to squeeze love up the stalky center toward the sky with only dreams of color is to pray. And finally, to unfold again as if never before is to be the prayer. As we come to the close of this time, I invite you back into your body. How are you feeling in this present moment? Pay gentle attention to the emotions that are moving through you now. Pay gentle attention to the space that is created within you and the thoughts and memories and images that might want to be seen and heard. Bring yourself back around to the cycle of your breath. Be in a posture of gratitude for the way your breath has companioned you in this time. How has this poem touched you today? What is it you feel you need to take with you into your day? I encourage you to take some time with a journal or a notebook and write down the words, phrases, thoughts, feelings that have been a part of this time for you. If you are interested in sharing with someone about your experience, please feel free to contact the Spirituality Network. The website is on the screen, and we would be so happy to help you find someone to companion you in your journey. May you go in peace. May your breath be your companion. And may the spirit of love that surrounds us all inform and influence and support you.